that geezer right over there, is also that geezer, and also that geezer, and also that geezer. He lost 100 kilos in weight without dieting. Jon Gabriel was 186 kilos, whoop, when he came close to losing his life in the September 11th terror attacks in New York. The lucky escape inspired him to come up with a whole new approach to weight loss, by golly, that doesn't involve dieting, and now he's sharing it with the world in a new book. Feeling skeptical? Me too. Helen Vaughan went to meet him and find out more.
Jon used to wear pants like this.
I was 186 kilos, and my waist was 60 inches, which is, I don't know, 160 centimeters, something like that. So this was the type of pants that I would wear, similar to the ones I have at home that I held the book out, you know, that are on the cover of the book.
What was life like at that weight?
It wasn't easy. It was a struggle.
This coat would have fit him back then.
There's always a prejudice, you know, when you meet somebody. They think, oh, you know, you should just lose weight, you should just eat less. And if I have one message to the world, it's not about willpower or discipline. It's simply about learning how to work with your body.
He says he tried everything to lose weight.
I worked face-to-face with the late Dr. Atkins for a month. In the end, he just yelled at me for being so fat. I was at the Pritikin Institute in Santa Monica, California. I had an acupuncture put seeds in my ear. Did you know there's a place right here where it's an acupressure point, right? So he taped seeds to my ear, and every time you're hungry, you're supposed to press it.